All right, now we're going to take a look at the isometric drawing for the V block. Probably the trickiest one out of these first four. So make sure you have your packet out. So we can take a look at the V block here. You'll notice the isometric is missing in the picture. And the right side view is also missing. But same setup, figure out your height, width, and depth. So your 3 dimensions for height, width, and depth, and then you can draw in the box, which you can see I already have done. And make sure you're on an isometric grid and you have ortho turned on before you start the box. Once you're finished with the box, it's going to be very important to figure out 2 measurements. First double check your measurements, make sure it's correct. Like make sure, all 3 height, width, and depth are right. Like that's okay, 4.75. Double check all your measurements. It's 2 inches tall. And then what you want to do is figure out, I'm not going to give them to you, but you want to figure out what this dimension is for this line. You can see I have an X on there, so you got to fill that in, figure out what that is, and also figure out what this dimension is from here to there. That'll be very helpful to complete the isometric drawing because those lines correspond to this and these. All right, so I'm going to start with the right side view though, with this box right here, which is 1.375 by 1 inch tall. So it's a rectangle shape. So I'm going to switch to my visible layer and I'm going to draw this in. So I'm going to go this way, 1.375, and then I'm going to go up, up 1 inch. So 1.375 over 1 inch up, 1.375 back, and then 1 inch down. Okay, so that's that little rectangle shape that would be in the bottom right corner right here. Then I need to kind of go up, over, or over and up, get this L shape. So it goes over 0.875, and then it goes up 1 inch. That's how you get this little L shape here. So 0.875 by 1 inch. .875 over and 1 inch up. Now, this is what I was talking about where it's going to be very important to figure out this measurement and that measurement. So now we got to come forward. We got to draw this line forward. So you have to figure out what that is. Once you figure it out, that's how far this line will come up. And also this line as well is the exact same line. All right, so those 2 lines I just drew were this one here. All right, and then from there, I can connect right there and then right here. Because you'll notice this is the 1.375 I already had, and then I have this one, and I just connect the line. The other measurement that is very important then is this one. So again, figure out what it is from here to there. Once you have that measurement, you're going to draw a line. All right, so now I have this line, and I also have this point here. I can just connect them. So I can now connect from here to there, which would be a line like this. It would be from this point to right there. So now I have that angle. Then I know the overall height is 2 inches, so I can go from right here. I can go straight up 2 inches, and that'll connect to right here. That kind of is the right side of the part. And then you can actually delete this line now. We don't need it anymore. You do the same thing on the other side too. Like I go this way. Okay, I need to draw that same measurement. And then go up 2 inches. I can connect that. And I can connect this. And I can delete this line again. I don't need it. So that's how I got that little front part of it, which would be right here. Now, the trick to the other side is basically connecting the dots. We know basically these 2 lines right here, those are what we need to get on the other side. Now watch how I do this. I'm going to first switch my layer. I'm actually going to just use a hatch layer, a different color so I can see this a little bit better. So I want to get these two lines on the other side. Now let's take a look at our measurements here. To get this, and that would be these two lines, looking in this front view. To get this line right here on the other side, it's 4.75 over. So from here to here, 4.75. To get this one on the other side, which would be that one, it's 3 inches. So I got to go over 3 inches to get to there. And then from this one, I got to go over 4.75. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab a line. I switch it to hatch layer so I can see. I'm going to start at this point, which is the bottom of the line. And I'm going to draw a line over 4.75. Enter. I'm going to do that one more time for the top of it. 4.75. Now check it out. I got the top and bottom of that line on the other side. So now I can switch to visible and draw that line in. So I just transferred this line over to the other side. I'm going to do the exact same thing with this one, except now it's 3 inches over. So it's 3 inches over. So I'm going to switch back to hatch, just so I have a different color so I can see what I'm doing better. I'm going to go this way, 3 inches. And I'm going to go this way, 3 inches. So you see what I did? I have this line, I have the bottom of it and the top of it now on the other side. So I can switch back to visible and draw that line in. So you can see what I did here. So I have this line and this line. I have both of those lines now on the other side. They look a little bit closer together because, again, it's angling back at an isometric angle. So now all it is connecting the dots. You'll notice that this line here connected this line to that line. So I got to draw a line now from right here to right there. And then this line right here connects this to here, which I actually don't. I need to draw this line in as well. So I need to get this line going back. So I need to go from here, and I'll just do a Control E. And really, I could just go past here. I can just go past and then trim it. So that line is this one. I need to get this line in right here. And you can see it's connected from here to there. So that would be this point right here to right here. So again, it's just connecting the dots, double checking I'm connecting the correct things. And the last thing I can do is, let's see, we can turn off our construction and hatch for a second to see where we're at. See, I got to connect the line in the back. And it looks like I got one last line left to do. And actually, if you look at it, I have these two lines, which were these two here. And notice that there's a third line. There's a third line that connects them. So 1, 2, 3. Same thing here. I just need to get that third line. So I need to grab a line that I would connect from here to there. So now I have the 1, 2, 3 on that side, which is the exact same 1, 2, 3 here. And again, it looks a little different because we're angling back. Finally, what I would want to do is this. I have a line from here going, again, all the way back, which I can just click here and trim. So I'm going to do TR Enter, and I'm going to keep this line, hit Enter, and then get rid of this. So that line would be basically this line going to the back. However, we only see a little portion of it because it gets hidden, and we don't want to show the hidden lines. So again, the important things to remember for this drawing is those 4 lines that I drew across to get this line and this line on the other side. So the top and bottom over 4.75, top and bottom over 3 inches. So these two were both 3-inch lines, and these two were 4.75. And then from there, I was just able to connect the dots. And before I even did that, it was important to figure out what these two X dimensions were. So now I can turn off my construction and hatch layer. And there's my finished V-block isometric drawing.